and I check the general properties, I will see the input is the source and the output had to be for the port 1 processor 3, port 2, 3 and 4, so everything is in order. Or anyway, you can change the order if you have any special requirement. You can change the processes order, okay? But by now we are living in from 1 to 4. Okay, let's apply. Okay, all right. Now I need to do two things. You have to guess what is that. First, I have to change the properties of each processor. So I have to change the flow and tick on use transport. Okay, apply and okay. If you do that for each object, okay, or you just can copy and paste. I will do it individually. I don't know which one is faster depending on your computer skills. Mine are not too good, so I'm doing it manually. Alright, so now I have changed the properties of the processors to use transport. I will, with S, I will connect the processor to the robot, and now you see this arrow in here from the processor to the robot. So I will do the same with S, from processor 5 to robot processor 6 to this robot. This is not alright. Okay, and I will do that from here, processor 7 to processor 11. So it might work now. Let's see what happened. Stop, reset, and run. So let's upgrade a little bit the size. You see the speeds, how the speeds are varying, alright? And now you see how the queue is starting to fill. So let's increase the speed. Look at the robots, how the robots are moving from left to right, or from right to left, depending on which eye are you working to. Okay, and look at the speeds. Okay, I will change now the speed of the conveyor. So double click on the conveyor and change from 1 to 0.1. That will give us a more slow process, so we can see the items flowing through the conveyor. Okay. Okay. After changing the speed of the 4 conveyors, I will run now the model and see what happened, how the model will behave with all these new changes. You see the speed of the conveyor sometimes is faster, like in this one, and sometimes it's slowly. Look the speed of the conveyor. We can see and guess the differences in speed in each process. Okay, well, I think it's working now. We are going now to change the shape of the objects that we have in our model. I will do that by going to internet to Google SketchUp. So I put in my Google search SketchUp warehouse. In the warehouse we have many objects that we can use in our models. So here you can see many Bugattis, cars, buildings, and many other objects. So I will choose one object. I want to find a processor called Fuji. So I just press Fuji and it will show me Fuji TVs, Fuji objects. I want to use this Fuji CP642E. I will click on it, and then I have the 3D image. So, but I can press in the 3D view and I can start moving this object so I can see what it's all about. So okay, I can put practically any machine, any object that is available on the internet. I press on download model, and look at that, we have the extension for Google SketchUp, which is .skp. Good news, Google SketchUp number 8 is also recognized by Flexsim, so any of the different versions of Google SketchUp are compatible with Flexsim. So I will download the version 6, so I will download it, press on the icon or the model, 3D model that you want to download. I will save it. I will save it into my desktop by now, alright? And save. So now it's saved. So I close my Windows, and I will use the save model. It's a small issue here with this old computer. So I double click in the object that I want to change the shape. I press in general, and I come here to 3D shape. So I press in browse directories and on the desk, and I will try to find this model. This is here, look, Fuji CP642 model, modelo de Google SketchUp. Well, this is in Spanish, I don't know why, but probably someone from Spain did it, or a Spanish speaker country. So I open it. Okay, so the model, look at that, is now have changed. It's okay, so I press apply. It's not necessary, but there's the save to do it. So now I see my model now, so I will use the blue button, you know, with my right click I can start changing the direction of my object. Okay, so I will leave like that. Alright, I want to copy this object into the other 3 objects. So how can I do that? Well, I just will change a little bit. I will reduce the size. Okay, and I will use the shift and put in the back or selection box. I will do it again. The 3 processors that I want to copy the image to. Sometimes a little bit tricky. Okay, so you have to keep the shift press, the shift key press. Now I click on the processor, and I will copy the properties from this object or the shape of this object into the 3 selected boxes. Modeling utilities, edit selected object, and copy from highlighted. And look at that. In the previous step, we copy all the variables, which mean all the characteristics of the object. But now we are copying the visual and shape factors. Okay, so instead of using all variables, I'm copying the visual and shape factors. Look at that. Immediately they change immediately to the new shape. So with this processor, now we have complete our lesson. Let's run the model and see how it's working. Look at the different processors. Look, the boxes are coming into the middle and they are processing, and now are coming outside. So, and this model and this object has been downloaded from the SketchUp warehouse. Thank you very much.